Alright, Shalom Yasha'Allah, back with another GMS on the go. I'm Brother Nakam. I'm with the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. Before I go any further, I'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone from teaching us this truth according to the Bible who rule well. And a double shalom to all the Sisei Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth from righteousness and sincerity to the best of your ability. You know? And I was able to get up today through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh. Yahweh, that's who the word English calls God, which his name means he is or he exists. And Yahweh Shai being the only begotten Son, that's who the word English calls Jesus, which his name means he saves or he delivers. And I'm going to get into a lesson today on the job of a prophet is to prophesy, is to speak prophecy. I'm going to say that again. The job of a prophet is to prophesy, is to speak prophecy. You know? So without further ado, I'm going to dive right into it and grab my first precept. And Lord willing, you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans, the elect, are edified. All right. This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. And he said unto me, this is Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. That's right. And this is John the Revelator falling down at the angel's feet to worship the angel, to give the angel all the honor, glory, and praises. It reads on, and he said unto me, see thou do it not, I am thy fellow servant. That's right. So the angel response back to John the Revelator was, I'm thy fellow servant. Basically, don't bow down and worship me and give me all the honor, glory, and praises. I'm no better than you. I worship Yahweh Ba'ashim Shah, who the word ignorantly calls God and Jesus, just like you do. It reads on, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. That's right. So the testimony, the spirit of Lord Yahweh Shai, is the spirit of prophecy. Meaning what? This word, this King James Bible, the 1611, is nothing but prophecy inside this book. When you open up and read it, you got the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. That's got to come to pass. That's prophecy. You got the famine of food and thirst. That's prophecy. That has to come to pass. You got the famine of the word. That's prophecy. That has to come to pass. You got the chariots, with the word ignorantly calls UFOs. That's prophecy. That has to come to pass. You got the 200 million ICBM missiles that these other nations are going to send to destroy this place called America. That's prophecy. That's to come to pass. You see, and so forth and so on. So this word, this King James Bible, this 1611, there's nothing but prophecy inside this book. So therefore, as being men of the Lord, starting with our apostles and elders of great millstone, down to brothers like myself, we're to go forth and speak prophecy unto our people, unto the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latino, and the Americans, to let them know what's getting ready to come down the pipeline so that they won't be caught off guard. You see? So this word is prophecy, and we are to be speaking prophecy unto our people. So I'm going to grab my next precept. And again, Lord willing, you so-called Negroes, Latino, and the Americans, the elect, are edified. Let me see. The next was going to be an Apocrypha. All right. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. And again, this is in the Apocrypha. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, which behold means to look. Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. That's right. And who was the God of the Bible? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh people. You so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans. And again, as men of the Lord, starting with our apostles and elders of great millstone, down to brothers like myself, we are commanded to go out to the highways and byways week in and week out and throw up videos on YouTube and feed you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans with the words of prophecy. And the words of prophecy isn't talking about the Book of the Mormon. The words of prophecy isn't talking about the Book of the Quran. The words of prophecy isn't talking about the Book of the Dead. The words of prophecy isn't talking about the Book of the Mormon, if I ain't already said that. The words of prophecy is this King James Bible, this 1611. And we are to go forth and speak prophecy unto you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans to let you know what's going to come. You know? That's why we're constantly telling you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans about the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. Again, because that's prophecy that's to come to pass. That's why we're constantly telling you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans about the race riots, famine of food and thirst, famine of the word, the chariots, as the word ignorantly calls UFO. You see, and so forth and so on, because everything that I'm naming are prophecy according to this King James Bible, this 1611. I'm read that from the top again. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth. That's right. Because these are not our words. These are the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bashimashah words. And they put their words in our mouth, meaning they gave us the understanding of these scriptures to know what it's talking about, to go forth and speak prophecy unto you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans. It reads on, saith Yahweh Bashimashah, verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper. That's right. Because these words used to be written on scrolls. But now, as you can see, these words are written in paper. It says, for they are faithful and true. That's right. Because what? Everything according to this Bible either came to pass already or is coming to pass. And that's what makes these words faithful and true. But going back to the point, because this word is prophecy, as men of the Lord, again, starting with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, down to brothers like myself, we are commanded to go forth and speak the words of prophecy unto you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans, to let you know what's coming. You see? Because that's what the prophets of old did. The prophets of old, from ancient time, when they was on the scene, what did they do? They spoke prophecy unto the people. They prophesied. And I'm gonna get a precept real quick. Isaiah. (42). This is Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9. Behold, and again, behold means to look. The former things are come to pass. That's right. And what are some of the former things that have already come to pass? World War I, World War II, the flood, back during the time of Noah, ancient Egypt with Moses, and the nation of Israel, the Lord using Moses to deliver the nation of Israel out of Egypt. You know, and all these different plagues that came upon ancient Egypt. You got the nation of Israel coming on cargo slave ships to this place called America. 70 AD. You see, these are some of the former prophecies that came to pass already. They already came and gone. It reads on. And new things do I declare. And the new prophecy is the Lord Yahweh Bashimashah declaring to come to pass. Like the race riots, martial law, famine of food and thirst, Leviathan, Bigfoot. You see? The RFID, which is the mark of the beast, the 200 million ICBM missiles. It reads on, before they spring forth, I tell you of them. That's right. So before any of these new prophecies, before they spring forth, before any of these new prophecies come to pass, Yahweh Bashimashah, the God of the Bible, they tell you so-called Negroes, Latino, and the Americans of them. They let you know of these prophecies before they come to pass. And how does the God of the Bible, Yahweh Bashimashah, tell you so-called Negroes, Latino, and the Americans of these prophecies before they actually come to pass, before they actually happen? By the way of the prophets. Because what? The prophets of old, again, they spoke prophecy unto the people. The same thing that we're doing today, 2020. Grab my next precept. Jeremiah. All right. This is Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, that's right. And who were some of the prophets that was before Jeremiah and that was before us of old who came after Jeremiah? You got Lord Yahushua, you got Ezekiel, you got Moses, Noah, Isaac, Abraham, Jacob, and so forth and so on. This is just some of the prophets of old that came before Jeremiah and that came before us of old who came after Jeremiah. It reads on, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. That's right. So the prophets of old, what did they do? They prophesied. They told the people of the things that was going to happen before they actually came to pass. The same thing that we're doing today, 2020, starting with our apostle and other great millstone down to brothers like myself. We're prophesying. We're telling our people in these other nations that all hell is going to break loose. That there's going to be a race riot. That martial law is coming. That there's going to be a famine of food and thirst. You see? We're prophesying just like the prophets of old did. It said, I'm going to read that from the top again. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. That's right. So the same way the prophets of old prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms is the same thing that the men of the Lord are doing today. We're prophesying against America. You see, America is a great kingdom, and we're prophesying the downfall and destruction of this place called America. And wherever brothers are around the four corners of the earth, they're prophesying the place where they're at. They're downfall the place, Slovakia. And wherever brothers are around the four corners of the earth, they're prophesying the downfall of that place where they're at. It says, and against great kingdoms of war. That's right. So the same way the prophets of old prophesied about war is the same thing that we're doing today. We're saying that World War III is coming, and it's on the horizon. And you can clearly see it if you got a spiritual eye. It says, and of evil, evil means bad times. You see? We're telling you about the bad times that's coming upon the face of the earth. It says, and of pestilence. Pestilence means diseases. And right about now, what you got going on? You got the coronavirus going on. You see? So the same way the prophets of old prophesied, spoke prophecy unto the people, is the same way that starting with our apostle of the great millstone down to brothers like myself are speaking prophecy unto the people today. You see? A prophet's job is to speak prophecy, because this word is prophecy. So that's my lesson. Lord willing, you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Americans, the elect, were edified. Before I go any further, I'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone from teaching this truth according to the Bible, who rule well, and a double shalom to all the sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and righteousness and sincerity to the best of your ability. Till next time, shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah.